The year is 479 BCE. The mighty Persian king Xerxes has fled back to Asia, his once unstoppable navy destroyed in the narrow straits of Salamis. But the war is not yet over. Before retreating, Xerxes left behind his most trusted commander, Mardonius, a skilled and cunning general, with a powerful army of Persia's finest soldiers. Unlike his king, Mardonius is no reckless ruler. He knows the fragile Greek alliance is built on fear, rivalries, and uneasy cooperation. Through the long winter, he tries to break the alliance with words instead of swords. He offers Athens a privileged place in the Persian Empire if only they would surrender. But the Athenians refuse. Their answer is defiance. Evacuate their families. Prepare for war and fight to the very end. The final chapter of the Greco-Persian Wars will not be decided by tricks or diplomacy. It will be settled on open ground in a brutal clash of civilizations. Mardonius marches into Boeotia, near the city of Plataea. He chooses his battleground carefully. Broad plains, perfect for his strongest advantage, the fearsome Persian cavalry. His army is massive, nearly 100,000 men, a mix of elite Persian troops and allied infantry. The Greeks answer with their largest force ever assembled. From nearly every city-state that has not bowed to Persia, soldiers march to war. At the heart of the army are over 10,000 Spartans and their Helot allies, led by the Spartan regent Pausanias. Beside them stand the Athenians, Corinthians, Megarians, and dozens more. In total, nearly 80,000 hoplites, a sea of bronze shields and long spears. For the first time in history, Greece stands united. For weeks, the two greatest armies ever seen in Greece stare at each other across the Asopus River, each waiting for the other to strike first. Neither side dares to make a mistake. Mardonius sends his cavalry forward, led by his brilliant commander Mecistius. His horsemen launch sudden raids, cutting down Greek foragers and harassing the lines. In one famous clash, the Megarians are nearly crushed by a cavalry charge, until Athenian archers rush to their aid and shoot down Mecistius. His death is a heavy blow to Persian morale, but Mardonius is not finished. He has a deeper plan. His cavalry sweeps wide around the Greek lines, not to fight directly but to strike at their lifeline, the supply wagons and, most importantly, the Gargaphia Spring, the army's only source of water. The plan works. Without food and water, the Greek position collapses. Pausanias orders a dangerous nighttime retreat toward Plataea, where fresh water and stronger ground can be found. But moving such a huge multinational force at night is nearly impossible. Confusion spreads. The Greek center advances too far, the Athenians on the left drift away, and the Spartans on the right, cautious and disciplined, refuse to move until the rest are safe. At dawn, Mardonius looks across the battlefield and cannot believe his luck. The Greek army appears scattered, divided, and in retreat. Certain that victory is his, he orders his elite infantry to cross the river and strike. But Mardonius has made a deadly mistake. The Spartans are not fleeing. They are regrouping. As the Persians charge, Pausanias gives the order. 10,000 Spartans and Tegeans lock their shields and lower their spears. A solid wall of bronze and iron bristles with deadly 9-foot spears. The Persians rush forward with confidence, shouting for victory. But their wicker shields and shorter weapons cannot match the hoplite phalanx. The battlefield becomes a slaughterhouse. Persians grab at Spartan spears, desperately trying to break through, but the line does not move. The clash is brutal, a grinding test of will. Then, in the chaos, Mardonius himself, fighting at the front on his white horse, is struck down and killed. His death shatters Persian morale. Panic spreads, and the once mighty army begins to break. On the other side, the Athenians crush the Persian allied Greeks. With both flanks collapsing, the entire Greek army pushes forward. The Persians retreat in disorder, falling back to their fortified camp. The Greeks pursue them relentlessly. The Spartans struggle against the camp's wooden walls, but the Athenians, skilled in siege warfare, smash through the gates. What follows is a massacre. The Persian army, trapped and demoralized, is annihilated. Of the 100,000 soldiers Mardonius had led, only a small fraction escapes. The Battle of Plataea is the decisive end of the Persian invasion of Greece. It is a triumph of discipline over numbers, of heavily armed hoplites over light infantry and cavalry. On that very same day, legend says, the Greek navy struck another blow at Mycale in Asia Minor, destroying the remnants of the Persian fleet. In a single day, both land and sea were won. The Persian threat that had hung over Greece for decades was finally broken. The victory secured Greek independence and opened the way for the golden age of Athens and Sparta, an age that would shape democracy, philosophy, and Western civilization itself. The battlefield was left covered in Persian wealth, but the true treasure that day was something greater than gold. It was freedom.